What's up, everybody? Zach here with the NerdCave, and I'm joined along with the man, the myth, the legend himself,
Derek Daniel.
Derek, how are you doing, my dude?
I'm fantastic, sir. I've had the day off today, so it's great. I have a little bit more energy than I normally do.
Well, there you go. Can't get any better than a day off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can't get any better than a day off. And I worked from home today. Amy's been feeling under the weather, so I was like, I'm gonna just work from home so I can, be here to help and make sure she's good and everything. Always weird working from home because it's like I've got stuff to do and I get stuff done, but
yeah,
I feel like there's like so many other like distractions that can happen. And it looks like we're dropping some crazy frames right this second.
Yeah, I was just about to say you sound a little distorted on my end. You got the robot going on.
Okay, there we go.
I'm not talking about the dance either.
I think we're good now. It leveled out. There we go.
Okay.
Cool. All right. We should be much better. But guys, let us know how you're doing down in the comments below. How your day was, what you've been up to. Derek, I'm going to hand it off to you while I figure out some stream stuff real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll hand it over to you.
So what's up, guys? Hope y'all have had a great week. Little housekeeping that Zach will probably readdress when we re-record the show proper and when he comes back. This Saturday is the Nerd Cave's 10-year anniversary. My goodness. It is it's been a journey. I was started out as a humble fan, doing Zach a favor as one of his friends from college. It's like he told me he had this crazy idea. There was an idea that he had, and he told me about it. I'm like, okay, let me see how this plays out. And I just hoped, it's just weird to think a third of my life I've known NerdCave or consumed NerdCave content, and now I'm a part of it. I'm the other half of this amazing show we got going on. So join us. I think if memory serves, they start about 9:45 or 10 o'clock a.m. So be there Saturday. Join it. I think they're streaming. I'm not going to. I forget the schedule off the top of my head. I don't remember if it's a 12-hour stream, but it's pretty much an almost an all-day thing. So if you can't be part from the jump, tune in later, different parts of the day, and come and hang out with Zach and Amy. Also, well, you can also try. I think they posted the schedule on. I'm sure they posted on here on the Discord and on the Facebook page. So if you don't know what they're doing, I know they're playing games, they're doing trivia, they're doing chatting, that kind of thing. So they've got a smorgasbord of things going on. So they got something for everybody this weekend. Amy says, yeah, haven't been feeling well, but excited for the show tonight and the 10th anniversary stream. Yes, for sure. Dan's been busy, been getting everything ready to so my office can start putting in new floors. Oh, okay. Lots of moving going on. Yeah, it's always intriguing when I hear people say, oh, they're doing office renovations. It's like, okay. It seems to disrupt. It's almost like everyone should just get like paid vacation for that, like not taken away from what they already get, but that way they can just like either work from home or just like be compensated and like be out of the office, because hardly any work's going to get done with all that going on. NerdCave has been such a huge part of our life. Yep, it's pretty much part of your lifeblood there. Yes, a 12-hour stream and schedule is out. Yep, schedule is out. I do remember seeing it. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. But I figured it would be a 12-hour stream. So about 9:45, 10 a.m. in the morning as I believe is when they're starting. What else? There's something else going on. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I do know that I am sad because I won't be able to watch the stream because I got work be closing, and I did see, of course, I get among it. I'm just going to be salty here because Zach's not here. He'll get me in a minute when he comes back. But okay, all right.
The better half of the show, please.
Debatable.
I heard you. I heard you saying it.
Yeah, sure. Um. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I've been telling Zach, oh, we need to play. I buy Among Us, and I keep telling him, oh, let's play Among Us. Let's play Among Us. He's like, okay, maybe, and then it just keeps getting pushed to where I stopped asking. Then of course, the one time he plays Among Us is I can't be a part of it, so I feel like I'm being targeted, y'all. He's playing mind games with me.
I am. You said you couldn't be here, so you know.
It's the on there is it's the Packers G logo and Packers that's etched on my glass. My sister-in-law did it for my birthday a couple years back.
You want to see what's etched on my cup, Derek?
The God of War Omega symbol. So I know this already.
No, you don't. You know nothing, son.
Do not recite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written.
Yeah, because I'm drinking out of a Chick-fil-A cup.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't. Hold on. Are you on? Okay, you are on the YouTube because I thought you had cut the camera for a minute because I was still looking at Discord. Zach is the Amy of the show. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. What's up, Louie? Long time no see, man.
Well, what's up?
You remember Louie?
Vaguely.
Vague, man.
I remember the name. I just don't remember how I know him.
He's our Canadian friend.
That's right.
Yeah, our French Canadian friend. That can't drive and cannot fly.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, like in games, he's horrible at it.
Oh.
Yeah, awful at it.
He probably still could beat you in a nerd versus nerd battle, though.
Derek, what if I told you?
Oh no!
What if I told you, Derek, that I was holding back?
Yeah, whatever.
What if
roll that clip?
What if
you held back in Madden? The type racer? Yeah, I'm sure you held back.
What if nerd versus nerd is like the WWE, and I'm crafting a narrative here?
I mean, we could craft a well-written narrative without script. You know what I mean?
True, we can. That's why I didn't write a script, and we're making it all up.
Zach said he was the better half. Oh, okay. Because Amy's the better half in your relationship.
No, I was working on something, and you said that you were the better half of the show.
No, I said I was the other half.
Oh, okay. That's why I came on hot and heavy. I was like,
no. Now, see, when you're that week, what was it? One of the two shows I did solo, I did say that.
You did say that.
And then that's when you jumped up like, oh, what is this? I can't have this.
Yeah. And you were like, I'm not going to talk about anime. And I'm just like, clearly not the better half. Clearly not the better. Speaking of anime, guys, if you want to support us so we can have a quarterly anime show.
Yes.
That's what we're promising right now. Once a quarter, we'll talk about anime. We'll talk about what we've been watching. We'll give recommendations. We'll talk about what's coming out in the next quarter, what you should be checking out.
Yeah.
That can be achieved by going over to patreon.com/nerdcave. All right. We got a lot of cool stuff planned. We're gonna be talking about a lot Saturday, and I'm hoping we can hit some goals.
Yeah,
hopefully we can hit some goals on Saturday, so we can start making some bigger tentpole content.
Yep.
I've already talked to our editor. I've already talked to the editor, and Carter, our editor.
Okay.
And we've already discussed a pretty big video.
Okay.
Like a big one, Derek. I'm talking about like, how Blessing Adeoyo Jr. like he does his.
Yeah.
Gonna be like that.
Oh yeah.
Gonna be like that. You should call it the quarterly. That's
but that
good.
doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah, true. But I like the quarterly.
I mean, yeah, it flows well. It doesn't scream anime to me.
No, it doesn't. but I like the name. Like, it's a good name. But maybe not for the show.
Yeah.
Derek, I'm married to this woman, okay?
Yeah.
You're not married to her.
You're right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? You see how that works? It's a good name, isn't it, Derek?
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't. Didn't say it wasn't.
Over here. Just trying to,
here we go.
Flipping move.
You know what Scar, you should do?
She was like Mufasa. She was like Mufasa hanging off there, and you're just like, long live the king, and just throwing her off.
What you should be doing, other than talking up your wonderful wife, is talking about what to expect on Saturday, like schedule wise.
So schedule wise, guys, we're going to start off hot and heavy with some chill and chat at the very beginning, and then we're going to jump into Jedi Survivor. Following Jedi Survivor, we're going to do our Nerd Cave quiz at 1 o'clock, everybody. So come and be a part of that. We're going to be crowning the Quizzer. We called it Nerd Cave. I can't remember, the King Nerd. I can't remember what we called Nerd Cave quiz winner. We called him something.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Y'all jog my memory. We're going to be crowning a new one. I'm the current reigning champion, Derek.
Yeah.
Because
you got to be a champion something, right?
Well, I'm smarter than you.
I mean, well, first of all, that doesn't take much. But second of all, you know.
But
so you're not holding yourself in high company here, Zach.
I won't be participating this time because I'm gonna make it fair for everybody. Okay. You know what I mean?
You're a benevolent, you know.
I am a benevolent leader. Like, I tell Amy that all the time, that I would be a benevolent ruler. And she says only madmen and murderers would say I'm a benevolent ruler. And I'm like,
fair though.
I'm like, I'm a benevolent ruler. What can I say? What can I say?
But you know, believe it was old Dr. Walker that said, going back to you being smarter than I am, if you're the smartest person at the table, find a new table. And sir, you've been sitting at the same dumb table for years now, so I think you've absorbed some of the dumb into yourself.
I don't know about that. I surround myself with quite smart people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know?
More like Amy helps to surround you with smart people.
Exactly. I married a beautiful, talented, and smart lady. But nonetheless, guys, back to the schedule after Nerd Cave quiz. We're going to jump into some Halo. I said it. We're jumping into some Halo. We're going to play for about an hour or hour and 30 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to jump into some Uno at 4. After 4, we're going to do some kind of chilling.
Okay.
Hanging out. I could just pull up the schedule literally on my phone.
Yeah.
How about that, Derek? How about that?
Why don't you act like a producer?
You know, one of these days I will get a producer for this show. No, yeah. After Uno, we're going into Animal Crossing. After that, we're doing a chill and chat at 7. 8 o'clock, we've got a special video for everybody. Nobody has seen it except for me and our editor.
Yeah.
And then at 8:45, we're playing Among Us with everybody. And then at 9:45, we are going to be signing off. So come and be a part of it, guys. If you're curious about the schedule, it's on our social media. It's on Patreon. It's also on our community tab of this channel. So go check it out. Go be a part of it. It's going to be awesome. Cody said, come for the banter, stay for the humbleness.
Yeah.
Very true. I am, some would say that I am a genius. Some would say that I am the best podcaster in the world. Some would say, Derek, if I'm lying, I'm dying. All right, on this. If I'm lying, I'm dying, Derek.
Well, you better come check your pulse.
Some would say that I am the prophet of games. Because
that you are. I will give you that.
I got the pulse, y'all. You know what I mean? I got the pulse. I know when Shuhei Yoshida sneezes. Bless you.
When was his last sneeze?
He just sneezed. Oh, but guys, we're gonna have an awesome 12-hour stream on Saturday. Come be a part of it. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's gonna be a fantastic day, full of fun, full of getting to hang out with all of you wonderful, wonderful community members. I'm so excited about it. So come be a part of it. Tonight we got an awesome show, Derek. I know we got an awesome show. So let's jump into the chat real quick before we jump into what is and what forever will be the NerdCave news. That one time NerdCave talked anime. We like, it's like every week we've got to stop giving it away for free.
I know. That's why I was gonna say is like if you're gonna rant, it's like no, not this week. I'm tired of giving away for free. I want them to want it.
I have a theory that I'm not sharing with anybody.
Oh
but
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I might put it on Patreon. I might put my theory. It's a My Hero Academia theory. You might have to just go over to Patreon to see it. It's literally like 30 seconds. Me just saying this theory, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
Trying to go with the long Japanese title. Oh yeah, where it's like they literally tell you everything. Like they give you the beginning synopsis. Now, Derek, do you know Truck-kun? Have you been seeing that going around recently?
Vaguely, yes. I haven't seen it going around lately, but I do know that I have seen Truck-kun before. Yes.
Okay, so it's like cropped up again for the people that don't know. A lot of anime, especially like slice of life kind of animes and all of that.
Yeah.
The
isekai anime.
Yeah, the biggest killer in anime is not big monsters or demons or anything like that. It's a delivery truck. So people have been putting compilations together of this delivery truck just running
the
over
ultimate
people.
Unstoppable enemy.
You know, I don't even think Itachi could take him down. You know what I mean?
No. Not even the perfect infinite Tsukuyomi could do that.
But I was talking to the warehouse workers at where I work, Derek, are huge anime nerds.
Oh, okay.
Like huge anime nerds. One of them came up and I was like, "You crushing it today?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm crushing it." I was like, "You going plus ultra?" And like he like looked at me like just like you're speaking the language. But it was great. And then we started talking about Truck-kun and all that. It was great. It was great. Amy says benevolent is code for tyrant.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Y'all love anime so much you can't keep it in, but you gotta save it, save the goods. Yeah, I know. We're trying to do like like a dealer. You know what I mean? Candy dealer.
Right. Gotta have you have you taste a little sample. That way you come back for more.
Yeah. Come back, guys. Go support us on patreon.com/nerdcave.
Speaking of going back to things, well, I don't know if you were finished with that. Sorry. But I was texting Zach today that I've gone back and played a little bit more of Jedi Survivor.
Yep.
And I'm through the first level now. I'm off the introductory planet. Now I'm on the next planet when things are getting, and as I'm progressing, it's like it just keeps opening up. And then I found like the first like open-ish area. I'm like, now I don't know what to do. There's so much to do. I wasn't expecting this in a Star Wars game.
Yeah, dude, I'm enjoying. I played Tuesday, and I am enjoying this game a ton. Like it is, so much fun. The exploration, the side quests. I haven't really gotten to a side quest yet. I've gotten a few of them, but I haven't jumped into that. One thing that I'll point out, I found this out Tuesday. This isn't spoilery, but your lightsaber can catch grass on fire.
Yes, I was doing. I meant to text you that. But I was just swinging around because I see these tall plants and I remember the first game, collect the CDs and whatnot,
Mhm.
and so I'm just slashing away, and it's like, oh yeah, embers are starting to come up. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And like I chopped at a tree and it cut in half. It was a smaller tree,
Yeah,
but it cut in half.
yeah,
Yeah. So I'm really, really excited about it. I can't wait to get more into it. I kind of want to just like one Saturday just have a survivor day and just play as much as
yeah,
I possibly can. And that's the problem. Okay. I'm not complaining.
yeah,
I'm blessed beyond measure. Okay.
yes,
When I start a game on stream, they're always story-based games. You
yeah.
know? So they're always story-based games. And I feel like if I play them,
You'll cheat the audience out of the experience.
yeah. So it's like same thing with like Hogwarts. Like started on stream. It's like I feel like I have to finish it on stream. And that's where
Yeah.
I like it's that's kind of with only doing 2 days a week, it's a little harder,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Technically one, because the other one is dedicated to news.
Yeah, it's 1 day of gaming, and like the first hour is me telling stories, making everybody
Yeah.
laugh. You know what I mean?
Setting the mood.
Setting the mood. You know what I mean? Amy says, "I get you though." Talking about when we talk about anime, I want to talk about books so much. Yeah, me and Amy's been on a book kick, man.
Yeah.
On a book kick, and it's been great. I'm currently listening to one book, and then I got another one, and I got another one,
I know.
and another one,
It's like me with video games back in the day. It's like another one. Another one.
and you never got through that backlog, have you?
Nope.
How's that? How does that feel, Derek? To know? Trust me, there was a point in time where I literally just bought a game, played it for like a quick playthrough
Yeah.
for a video, and then I never went back to it because something new was coming out.
Yeah.
So it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy.
Yeah, it is.
It's unhealthy. Dan says, I'm trying to decide if I want to get Survivor or Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. We're not
Tears
talking
of
about.
the Kingdom reviews have just dropped today, and a bunch of 10s. So
Yeah. I didn't know if we were talking about it in the show or not. I didn't
no,
see
we're
it in
not.
the show. Yeah. So Tears of the Kingdom is like sitting at like a 96 Metacritic and a 97 Open Critic at the moment, and a lot of people are giving them 10s or perfect scores. IGN gave it a 10. I want to say Kind of Funny gave it a 5 out of 5.
That sounds right.
Blessing played all the way through it and everything, and yeah, like it almost makes me want to go play Tears of the Kingdom. It almost makes me want to go play.
Yeah.
I didn't really care that I didn't not care, but I wasn't like super jonesing for Breath of the Wild. Like I enjoyed Odyssey more than I enjoyed Breath of the Wild.
Right. I remember that.
So I'm just kind of like, do I want to drop $70 for Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. It's the first Switch game that's $70. dollars
Yeah. So it's like, do I want to drop that when I've got Hogwarts, when I've got Survivor, like, and I need to finish both of them? Like, I just did complete Plague Tale Innocence. We talked about that last week, but it's like, okay, that's fixing to happen. Final Fantasy is next month, right? June.
Yes. Yeah.
Final
I forget.
Fantasy 16.
It doesn't feel like I still haven't glitched, my brain still hasn't adjusted to the fact that it's May and then next month is June, because I've been saying like, oh, Final Fantasy's in a couple months, and now it's like next month.
Exactly. So it's like all these things. Street Fighter, the new one's coming out. I'm not going to play it, but that's coming out as well. So there's a ton of stuff. Diablo 4. Like that one, I don't know. Like it's really dark, and I'm like, do I want? Like I liked 3.
Yeah,
I liked 3 a lot, but it's like I don't know if I can. I don't know. I need to get a new computer before I really like invest any money into any sort of PC gaming at this point.
Right.
Because
well, I think it's coming to Game Pass too, though, right?
Something like that. I don't know. Just go with it, Derek. Just go with it. I need a new computer. Cody says, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but watching you play Jedi makes it more enticing. I'm highly suggesting, guys, if you have, I was talking to Nick Wilson, which we're listening to some beats right now by Nick Wilson.
Yeah.
I was talking to him the other day, and we were talking about Survivor, and he was like, I didn't play the first one. He's like, but the second one looks really good. Should I play the first one? I was like, of course you need to play the first one.
Yeah.
I was like, not just because like it's the first game and all of that. I was like, the storytelling in the first one is so good, and it is held up as well. Like the gameplay and everything has held up so well. I was like, it's worth playing it, but I feel like you're robbing yourself if you don't play the first one. And then you're going to actually understand what's going on in the second one, like, you know, your character development and all of that, and you'll be able to jump into it. I was like, plus you'll be able to get the first one cheaper. And then if you're like, okay, I really like this, I want to play the next one, you might even catch a sale, you know?
Yeah, fair.
By the time you finish it. I don't know. You know, just doling out wisdom, you know what I mean? Or, you know,
you know, they'll have that not E3, but Summer Game Fest sale. They'll have that. It's like, oh, EA is going to be at Summer Game Fest, and here's all the sale. Or like, if you have it on Xbox or PC and you have Game Pass, it's like, oh, we just did the Xbox showcase, and if you are a Game Pass member, you get X amount off any purchases you make for games that are on Game Pass.
Yeah, and like the one thing I do like about EA, if you got like Origin, like I don't know if it's still Origin, but when I had it, you could play all of their games on release with fully upgraded for like $14 a month.
Oh yeah.
And it was great. Like EA Play on the Game Pass is limited to older releases and everything. So, and it's a lot of it's more of the PC side of stuff. Dan says, I got Audible credits burning a hole in my wallet. I highly suggest these are mine. Okay. Check out City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Really, really good. And then I am about to read, after I finish the last book in that series, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But I have a few Audible credits as well that I need to jump into. So Dan says, I completely forgot about Final Fantasy 16. Just want them to release the next installment of Final Fantasy 7. Hold your breath. I mean, don't hold your breath. You'll probably die before you get it.
Well, no, I mean, how about this? Will it stick? Maybe not, but they said winter, this upcoming winter. Now, whether that means winter like December or winter like January, February of 2024, that'll remain to be seen, but they did say this upcoming winter.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Psychology of Zelda. Really interesting stuff at how deeply they dice to create. I don't know what you mean there. I'm gonna say try to create an immersive atmosphere. That's pretty interesting. Like I was not a Nintendo guy. You know what I mean?
Like Pokemon was as close, you know, I was always big on Pokemon back in the day, but that's about it.
Yeah, I
played Mario, but I was never had a hankering to play every Mario game.
Yeah, like I played the first Mario. I like played 64 like at friends' houses or Walmart where you had to like break your neck, like when they were like really bad early on. Rogue Squadron, like I would play those, but I had a PlayStation.
Because I'm saying hello.
Yeah.
You know, I was a PlayStation guy, and then Xbox came out, and I had a PlayStation Xbox, and I had a Game Boy Advance, and that was like it. And then, like I don't know, I just never got into the old Zelda.
Never, you missed that train, I guess. You never got your Tunic to Hyrule.
I guess not. I tried playing Breath of the Wild, and like a lot of it's good.
Yeah,
I don't know. If somebody can convince me to buy Tears of the Kingdom, give your best pitch, and I'll see about it.
Or you know, if they just I don't know if they have like a gift buying thing like Xbox and PlayStation do, but it's like if someone just Venmo'd you $70, you could do it that way, you know.
Hey guys, if you want to buy the NerdCave Tears of the Kingdom,
just saying.
You know, we'll do that too. I like that. I like that idea. Good idea, Derek.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a convincing one.
No, I'm gonna say that's my pitch.
Amy says, I'm listening to Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. It's really good. Yeah. Amy's jumping in that. Like, I keep asking her, like, where are you at? And then, like, I'll talk, like, around, like, where she's at and everything.
Yeah.
And then she started this new book called Shadow and Bone. It sounds really interesting. But, Derek.
Yes.
You want to know a little secret?
What's that?
It's time.
There we go. Let's do it.
All right, guys. We're going to jump into the show proper now. Each and every week we jump into this. We reintroduce all of these things. So it's nice and clean for the podcast version that for the first time in 6 weeks I put out last week.
Whoop, whoop.
You know, I'm bad at it. There's too much going on, guys. Too much going on. Just saying. I need somebody to be over just putting up the podcast.
Yeah.
Murdoch. Murdoch.
Hey, boy.
All right, guys, we're going to reintroduce everything. Be a part of it. Talk to us throughout the show. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions. If we get something wrong, tell us about it. All those good things.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really excited about this episode. It's going to be a good one. And let's get rolling. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This week, GameFreak is making a samurai game. Concrete Genie developer shuttered, and we might finally be getting a good Superman game. This is the NerdCave News, and I am one of your hosts, Zach Dykes. And I'm joined along with a swift, sharp, and deadly man. This special agent is on the tails of a dangerous tax evading and murderous mob. He will have to go undercover and risk his life as part of the gang. The question is, will our hero, Agent Quinn Eldred, win?
The answer is yes. But yes, Agent Quinn Eldred. You know, it's sophisticated. It's classy. You know, I thought about Sharp Dressed Man, the song that popped in my head when I said when you read a swift, sharp, and deadly man. So, and when you said tax evading, I'm like, TurboTax? Are they coming for me? Like, what's happening? Like, I didn't even, I already filed my taxes, I promise. But no, so where does this rank?
Where does it rank, Derek? Where does it rank? That's the question on everyone's lips at this point of the show. They're screaming out to the sky. They're out, literally outside right now, yelling.
Yeah.
Where does it rank?
So we've got, you know, this is the 13th name. We've got a baker's dozen's worth of names now, sir.
A baker's dozen?
Yes, a baker's dozen. It's crazy. So while it is classy and sophisticated, I'm not going to read off all the names, but I'm just going to start here. You know, the top 5 names, of course, we got Combat Master Vexar Skirata, Saris Olthora, the Secret Keeper, True Rog, the Hutt head of the Hutt crime family, Tagor, Destroyer of Men, Jebediah Larson, the Horse Slaughterer and the Hog Milker, and just below that, we've got Jingo Huth. And you know what? It is classy and sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so close to cracking top 5, but I cannot put it over Jebediah Larson. So it's going to be our new number 6.
Number 6. Well, Agent Quinn Eldred, you swift, sharp, and deadly man, I hope that you survive undercover, because this episode is brought to you by the Epic Game Store and our wonderful patrons. But more about that later, because first up on our gaming discussion this week, WB Discovery CEO seems to suggest a Superman game is on the horizon.
What? Look to the east on the light of the third day. In an earnings call, David Zaslav spoke to on the unexpected success of Hogwarts Legacy and how consumers today want to spend more time in the fictional worlds they love. He spoke further as to how WB has an incredible opportunity with the IP it owns to keep creating more ways for consumers to get lost in these worlds, specifically mentioning Superman and its new coming film. Quote, we may be the only media company that owns, whether it be the DC Universe, Harry Potter, all the content that we own, Game of Thrones, that's for us to deploy. I think that's a particularly interesting strategy. If you look at Hogwarts Legacy, a big piece of the success of that game is that you got into it. If you're a player, you got into that game and you're in that world. That's kind of a new concept. Before it was gaming and it was storytelling, and now it's very difficult to understand what the definition of the picture and long form storytelling business and have somebody else in the business of hanging out in those worlds. Those worlds are going to be quite profitable in the years ahead. This is in no way a real confirmation that a Superman game is coming, but it's clear that it's crossed the minds of WB top executives. So he kind of sounded a little rambled there with the quote, but basically they're trying to navigate how they're going to do this whole shared universe, especially with DC, because everything's going to tie in from new movies, TV shows, animation, and video games. You know, everyone remembers Superman 64. You know, everyone, for good or for bad.
Yeah.
But, and, there was that rumor for the longest time, that Rocksteady was going to do a Superman game, and it turns out they're not. They're going to have a game where you try and kill Superman and the Justice League, but they're not making a Superman game. But, do you think they're going to try a crack at a Superman game again? And who would you want? Obviously, WB Games, but who would you want to see take a crack at it?
I'm trying to think of who's under WB Games. Like,
well, obviously there's it. I want to know who's under it versus what studios just kind of partner with them, because I know there's Monolith, the people who did Middle Earth, but they're working on the Wonder Woman game right now, so I think they're out.
Yeah.
There's Portkey, but they just put out Hogwarts Legacy, so I don't think that'll be anytime soon.
Well, Portkey is going to focus solely on...
Yeah, it's like Coalition or 343. They're going to solely focus on that franchise.
Now, Gotham Knights was Montreal, right?
Yes. And then, of course, Rocksteady is doing Suicide Squad, and that's not looking too promising. So I think they're out. Yeah. I would like to see, now they're doing that Xbox exclusive game right now, Contraband, but I would like to see Avalanche, the people who did Mad Max, the Mad Max video game, take a crack at it.
Yeah, I think they would do awesome, to be honest. Yeah. Like, I think Avalanche, because they were Shadow of Mordor as well, right?
No, that's Monolith.
Okay.
They also did Just Cause.
Yeah, Avalanche, though, like, the little bit that I did play of Max Payne, I know you liked it. Colin Moriarty liked it as well. Like, what I did play was really interesting. The last Superman game that I played was Superman Returns on the Xbox 360. And it was an all right game. Like, it was cool that you got to fly around and everything, but it was a movie tie-in game. Like, it was not the greatest. For sure. I think the biggest thing is crafting a narrative around Superman, making him feel strong, but there's actually something that he has to overcome. So there has to be an enemy or enemies, and not just pulling out the Kryptonite card and everything to beat him or anything like that. I think, if we got... I think if we again, like the big issue is tying it into what DC is going to be now with James Gunn running everything.
Right.
It's like, what Superman are we getting here? And I know he's talked a little bit about that and everything, but it's like we're not going to get the Henry Cavill Superman. We're not going to necessarily get the Adventures of Superman. Nope. We're not getting Lois and Clark Superman. We're not getting Smallville Superman. So it's like, where is it fitting in? Is it the New 52? Is it Jim Lee's Superman? You know, is it Scott Snyder's take on Superman? You know,
Yeah.
like there are a lot of cool opportunities here. It's like we just need to know like who is Superman, not necessarily the actor, but like the story. Like is Pa
Yeah.
Kent telling him, "Hey, don't worry about me, son. I'll get murdered by a tornado."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Don't save a kid or a bunch of kids in a bus that are drowning. That's okay. Like that's okay. People don't need to know about you. Are we getting that one, or are we getting where it's like they live for a very long time?
Right.
Because the Pa Kent, Ma Kent, Martha, is really important.
Yeah.
To the whole thing. So I'm.
Why'd you say that name?
How do you know that? Anyway, I think they're tooting their horn a little early.
Yeah.
Here, because they're like, oh, Hogwarts Legacy doing really well.
Yep.
And they're like,
and they even said, oh, we're gonna make a new TV show reboot out of Harry Potter now.
Yeah, and they're like, we're not gonna put Quidditch in Hogwarts Legacy, the game that everyone already has. We're gonna make another game with Quidditch.
right. That's probably gonna flop, honestly.
Yeah, I put in for the beta test or alpha or whatever testing for it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But again, we'll see if this happens, when it happens, who's developing it, because a lot of people are kind of, already working on stuff. Now, Derek, if it was not somebody that is under the WB umbrella, if it is somebody that they could reach out to and say, hey, we want you to make a Superman game, who would it be?
Okay. First blush, Respawn. So
this would be a perfect time.
They could do the story right, that's for sure.
This would be the perfect time. They just launched Survivor. They are looking for interesting properties and games to work with.
Yeah.
It'd be a great time to have Respawn.
It would. Now, selfishly, I don't know how much it could happen because they are working with other licensed properties.
Yep.
Give it Insomniac. Let them double dip. They already doing Spider-Man. They got a Wolverine game. Let them do Superman. Let them do both of them. Let them bring both those worlds together.
Now I'm gonna go a different route, Derek, because I think Insomniac would do awesome.
Yeah.
But there's another studio in the Sony pantheon, if you will. That,
Santa Monica?
No. Just hold your horse. Just hold it. Hold it. You got to pull back on the reins. Got to pull back on the reins, Derek. What is this? Are you like a?
I'm holding it close. You said hold tight. Hold it. I'm holding it.
Okay. There's a little company that has made superhero games in the past. Sucker Punch would be a great game developer to do Superman.
Yeah.
Because we got the open worlds now.
Yeah.
And they've got the pedigree of doing the Infamous games, doing superheroes and powers and all of that, and making you feel powerful, but still having, dude, that's the ticket right there.
Yeah, fair.
That's the ticket. Now, could Santa Monica do it? Oh yeah, but I don't want them. I want them focusing on the next God of War. I don't want them touching anything else. Go work on God of War.
Figure out which pantheon to take me to next. Come here, Corey.
But
you're off the leash again.
Yeah. Let the dog out. You know what I mean? He's got that dog in him.
He does.
I hope that we get something good out of this because yes, Hogwarts Legacy, great. I love Hogwarts Legacy. Enjoyed it. There's so much in that game, jam-packed. And that's what needs to happen with Superman is that there's a ton of stuff in there. a ton of lore. Like it
Mhm.
makes you feel like you're in Metropolis, where you could fly over to Gotham City, you could fly
Yeah.
to Star City, you could see the Flash.
Yeah.
All of those things. That's what I want, Derek. That's what I want.
Just if they go that route, it'd be a missed opportunity if you didn't put Green Arrow and have Stephen Amell voice him. Just saying. Anyway.
Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say you have failed this city. I would say that Private Division and Pokemon dev GameFreak are collaborating on a new title codenamed Project Bloom.
What this new project will eventually be, and will it even be available on all platforms, are still questions left to be really be answered at this time. Though for now, it's being touted as a quote brand new action adventure IP, according to Private Division. However, it's worth pointing out that this is the first time Game Freak is working with a Western partner like this, and that could indicate this new title is something it intends to release across all platforms. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. We also know that this new game will be, quote, bold and tonally different from our prior work, according to Game Freak director Kota Furushima. The publisher announced the news of this collaboration with a single piece of concept art and a short statement on Twitter. Quote, we're thrilled to announce we're partnering with Game Freak on an upcoming action-adventure game codenamed Project Bloom. We can't reveal too much yet, but for now we're excited to share this first piece of concept art for the game. Furushima also commented on Private Division saying, quote, from the beginning, Private Division was the publisher we wanted to work with on our new game. Their track record and global expertise give us all the confidence to create a sweeping new action-adventure game that we can't wait to share more about in the future. For Private Division's part, Chief Strategy Officer for Take-Two and Head of Private Division, Michael Warros, said, we're ready to help Game Freak unleash their potential, and we're honored to be the first Western publisher to work alongside this exceptionally talented and proven team to bring a bold new IP to market. So this is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I know Game Freak, obviously Pokemon devs.
Yep.
That's all they've been pretty much doing for the majority of their lifetime. They did put out a game a couple of years ago called Town, Little Monster Town or something. It was something like, it was similar to, it had the same battle or combat strategy as Pokemon, but it was in a different fantasy genre. And I forget if that was multi-plat or exclusive to Switch or Nintendo, I forget. But it's nice to see them trying to branch out and be like, you know what? We see all these other people branching out, doing different things, partnering up, and making these great games. Why can't we? Because while they partner with Nintendo doesn't own them from what I understand. So I guess they're figuring like, you know what, let's stretch our legs. We put in this work for over two to three. Was it the 25th? Was it their 25th or the 30th anniversary was their most recent celebration?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, about say, yeah. But I will say 25th. We'll say 25th. We've been putting in this work for over 2 decades. We owe ourselves to try something new and go. And like, it's not confirmed, but it would be great to see them go multi-plat to see how much more in sales they make.
Yeah. The game that you were talking about is Little Town Hero. It was on PC, Xbox One, and PS4, and the Nintendo Switch.
So they've done a multi-plat before. So okay, good.
Yep. And they did Giga Wrecker in 2017 on PC, Xbox, PS4, and they did Timbo the Elephant.
Timbo the Elephant. I forgot.
Yep.
I forgot about that, man.
And then Pocket Card Jockey was an iPhone, iPad game. Harmo Knight. Right. So they've done a few non-Pokemon games, but like the people, Brill Dozer back in 2005 on the Game Boy Advance and the Wii U.
Yeah.
So like they're known for Pokemon. They're not known for these other games. And the art, you can see the art as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this gives me, and not to lump it in the same kind of category and everything.
Tsushima?
Yes and no. It gives me more like Kena Bridge of Spirits kind of vibes.
I can see that too.
And the reason why I say that is like Tsushima is more like realistic kind of combat environments and everything. They do kind of hype it up a little bit, ultra reality. This looks more like fantasy which I think is going to be cool because there are a lot of samurai games that are going to be coming out very, very soon in the next like 5 years. We got Tsushima. We are now getting Project Bloom. We're going to be getting Project Red, Assassin's Creed Project Red. We're also going to be getting Ronin. And I think there's another one.
Where wind meets, or that game I showed you that was very Tsushima-esque, and you were like, I'm sold.
Yeah. So like there are a lot of them there, but my question to you, Derek, and I have my opinion on this. Do you think we're going to fixing to get an influx of samurai games that kind of does what Marvel has done and watered down the genre so much that people stop wanting to play samurai games?
I mean, it's like with anything, like with the gaming trend over the last decade plus, right? Like, it went from first person shooters to open worlds to, microtransactions to now live service games. And, and there's other stuff in between. So it's very possible. And like we've done, the futuristic stuff was done to death. World War I, World War II, and like old history stuff has been done to death theme wise. So, I mean, it just ebbs and flows. Like, for right or for wrong, it probably will happen. Now, will it water down? Probably not, because samurai is like westerns. They've been around for the test of time, and westerns really haven't. At least westerns have evolved and become different. The spaghetti westerns aren't really a thing anymore. But samurai movies, especially like, with Ghost of Tsushima bringing back the Kurosawa mode, like when that game launched, it kind of brought back the influx of the old black and white, kung fu movies. So I feel like it'll water it down, yes, but also reinvigorate some of them to come back. Like, because there's always one of those like, oh, babies first, whatever, like, while that may be our 15th samurai game, it'll be someone's first. So it'll ebb and flow, like, but will it water it down? We'll see, because if one's doing like a futuristic, like, say, like, not exactly this, but someone did like a Samurai Jack where samurai got misplaced in time and they had to go back or whatever, like you do like a futuristic samurai game, it could be different enough to where they wouldn't all feel generically the same, and like we're all getting like, all right, I don't want this anymore, I'm tired of this, give me something new.
Yeah. My opinion on that, I think that these games are going to be different enough that I don't think that it will water it down. It'd be like, yes, you're playing a samurai, but it's like, dude, how many Space Marines or soldiers have we played over the years? As long as the mechanics are really well thought out, the gameplay is super solid, and then the story is good. Yep. The way that it's told, the way it's presented in its artwork and the music and everything is only going to heighten those things. Because I think, like, yes, people are going to say, well, Assassin's Creed Code Project Red or whatever it's called is like Ghost of Tsushima. It's like, no, it's not. Like, Jin Sakai does not move like an Assassin's Creed character. He does not scale walls the same way. He does not synchronize. It's different. It's like, yes, they're both samurais,
right?
But it's going to play very different. And with Tsushima, you can choose either I'm going to go the ghost route, a mix, or I'm going to go samurai. And I think with Assassin's Creed, you're going to have to rely a lot more on the stealth like we normally do,
right?
And then like with Project Bloom, I think it's going to be much more akin to like a Kena, not Kenya.
Yeah, Kena,
Bridge of Spirits. So like I think we're going to get a different kind of take on things. Dan says, I just wonder how they will handle indoor environments, talking about GameFreak, because they're you're going to have to fight a gym leader to get anywhere.
Right. You'll have to learn the TM fly to be able to get up to this mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Cut is like, but I have a sword. It's like, nope, you gotta have cut.
Nope. You gotta have something else.
Joe says some people have said people would get superhero fatigue for superhero movies, but that hasn't happened yet. I think that's happening right now. I like you Derek, you know me.
Yeah.
A huge comic book fan.
Yeah.
Went to every opening night opening weekend that I possibly could for every superhero movie. I cannot tell you the last time I paid money to go into a theater to watch a superhero movie.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was, last year. I just haven't seen work wise, I haven't. And see, me being the old fuddy duddy now, it's like I don't have time to. People are just rude in theaters now. They just yell and scream just because they want attention and because they want to ruin experiences. Anyway, so I go a couple weeks after the movies is out. That way, and I go during the day. I don't go at night. That way, I have as much peace as I possibly can get. But I haven't seen any of the movies. I wanted to, like Ant-Man, but I mean, it's about to hit Disney Plus like this upcoming Wednesday, so I'm gonna save my money. Now, Guardians 3, I know Marvel's has hit this rough patch lately, but Guardians 3, all the reviews I've been seeing have been positive, so I probably will try and go see that in theaters. So, but Kevin Feige's trying to right the ship. They're like quality over quantity. So, and of course, now that Bob Iger's back as Disney CEO, he's going to right that ship too. He's like, yeah, all this crap that we were telling you is like, oh, we need to shove content down everyone's throat. We're not going to do that.
Yeah. Well, it was also his decision to do that before, he left. He was the one to kind of set the course on that. But, not to get too deep into the heroes genre and everything. I think, anything can play out over time.
Oh, yeah.
Anything can. And Amy kind of brings up an interesting point. I'm just wondering how many different samurai stories you can really do. And I think I think there's enough out there to be interesting, and you can borrow from a lot of different genres and everything. But if I can brag on anime real quick.
Yeah.
Anime is the best storytelling out there right now.
Yep.
By far, character development and everything. So we'll see. We'll see. And you brought up Samurai Jack, dude. I would give an arm and a leg, not mine. I would give an arm and a leg to have Tradosky.
If you want to donate your arm and a leg, you can go over patreon.com/NerdCave.
I like to see a Samurai Jack game done in that style, done really well, not just because they brought back Samurai Jack and it was a little bit darker and everything.
Yeah.
You don't even have to make it darker. It was just great storytelling.
Exactly.
It would be amazing. I know they made Samurai Jack games. They're all trash. So don't come after me. Don't come after me. Derek.
We coming for you.
Why don't you read that ad roll?
So you can support us by using our creator code NerdCave at checkout in the Epic Store. Even on free games that help us out, you can go get Hogwarts Legacy, get those V-Bucks, and those awesome Sony games with our creator code NerdCave, and be epic.
There you go.
Once it gets running, Last of Us eventually will be playable on PC. But in the meantime, go check out Returnal and its DLC that dropped shortly after or before the PC release.
Yeah, and you can check out Jedi Survivor.
Yes,
you can get that on PC right now. Get all those things. Go support us, and guys, it costs you nothing extra.
No.
As I update that, Jedi Survivor. There we go. Be epic, guys. Be epic. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say you can get Diablo 4, the next upcoming game, on PC with creator code.
No, you can't. It's
it's gonna
be a Blizzard.
Just kidding,
guys. You can get the newest hot skins in Fortnite. You can be
you get Anakin. Those get that Star Wars celebrations. Darth Maul, Anakin.
Yeah, there you go, dude. I wished I would have again. I don't play Fortnite. I don't care anything about Fortnite. Yeah, but I would totally have paid to get all my Ndeku and Bakugo.
Oh yeah.
Totally would have. Now that I know, but now I can't get them.
Yeah.
It's gone. They're in the ether. You know what I mean? Never to come back. I had something spoiled for me, Derek, of my hero, and I am ticked off.
You talking about from the manga?
Yeah. These stupid YouTube shorts.
Great.
Yeah. Ticked me off. I was like, man. But that's neither here nor there, guys. If you want to hear us talk about anime, go to Patreon. We'll talk about that more later.
Yeah.
Let's get into the PlayStation news. First up.
And we're going to get this bad news out of the way.
if
Zach
Sony
has opinions, guys.
Sony studio PixelOpus, best known for Concrete Genie, is shutting down.
Yeah, this was a shock to everyone. Like I'm scrolling for the news like a couple days ago, and I'm going through and I was like, oh, Concrete Genie Dev is shutting its doors. I'm like, hold up, excuse me? And I copy paste that. I send that before I even post it to the Facebook page. I sent it to Zach and be like, you might want to see this. And Zach just was like, he went off. So PixelOpus, the small Sony Interactive Entertainment owned studio best known for its work on Concrete Genie, is shutting down. Sony confirmed in a statement to IGN that the studio will officially shutter on June 2nd. In a tweet posted, PixelOpus said that the studio's adventure, quote, has come to an end. While thanking its fans, the tweet read, "Dear friends, our PixelOpus adventure has come to an end. As we look to new futures, we wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to the millions of passionate players who have supported us and our mission to make beautiful, imaginative games with heart. We are so grateful." PixelOpus senior environment artist Bob Archibald appeared to confirm the news, tweeting, quote, "I like to think that with Concrete Genie, we made the world an ever so slightly better place, and not too many games these days have the chance to try and do that. I will always be grateful for my time building imaginative worlds with this incredible team. It's unclear whether PixelOpus's team has been laid off," Sony told IGN in a statement. PlayStation Studios regularly reevaluates its portfolio and the status of studio projects to ensure they meet the organization's short and long-term strategic objectives. As part of a recent review process, it has been decided that PixelOpus will close on June 2nd. Zach, well, first of all, do you want to give your initial thoughts? Because I know I have a follow-up right below it. Do you want to read that first and then give your thoughts, or do you want to go in real quick?
Ex-Sony boss Sean Layden on PixelOpus closure. This is a deep cut.
So PixelOpus was established back in 2014 during Layden's newly appointed role as Sony Computer Entertainment America president, and was formed of students from Carnegie Mellon and San Jose State University. Layden took to Twitter to express his thoughts on the studio's closure, which we've included below. "Not gonna lie, this is a deep cut. So I loved working with this team and watching them level up to deliver the genre-busting Concrete Genie, all while maintaining a culture of support, inclusion, and challenge. Now a new adventure awaits. Only the very best to every team member." With Concrete Genie was released back in 2019, the studio did reveal back in the summer of 2021 that it was hiring for an exciting new PS5 game. Although sadly, whatever it had in mind will no longer materialize. That's what the job description for the new game said. "We are seeking a principal graphics programmer to contribute to our development process as we tackle exciting innovation and rendering opportunities through a collaboration with Sony Pictures Animation. This position specializes in programming that centers around the graphics functionality of the PS5 and Unreal game engine. But with our small team, responsibilities will be diverse." Zach, I know you have thoughts and opinions. Take it away, sir.
Okay. I understand that Sony is moving into a new era. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been doing that since Jim Ryan took over. PlayStation 5 feels a lot similar to the PlayStation 3 kind of, we know what we're doing. We're not going to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
We're just going to steamroll ahead. And we saw what happened with the PlayStation 3, where they just put out a bunch of junk majority of the time.
Yeah. And if it stuck, great.
Yeah. And with all of that, PixelOpus made an amazing game with Concrete Genie. And every time anyone talked about PixelOpus, it was always in a positive light.
Right.
Always. Light, Concrete Genie. About light. Anyway, it's a great game. Y'all should go check it out. It's not going to help them stay open or anything, but this comes to a head where it's like, okay, clearly in the new reign of Jim Ryan, we are going to be getting AAA, no small games, no indie-esque. I wouldn't even say Concrete Genie is indie.
But no,
more,
Double A.
Yeah, double. I wouldn't even say it was such a good game. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's big, grand, or live service. Those are the two
Mhm.
options.
Right.
And it's like I love big games. I
Yeah.
love God of War. I've loved every PlayStation game that I've played in the last 10 years. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever been like, oh, this is bad.
Except for one that we don't talk about.
Oh, I never played it, so I don't
Oh,
know.
fair.
Um,
Fair.
but it comes to me at this point, it's like, okay, you allowed
Mhm.
Media Molecule to just
Yep.
waste a decade.
Yep.
Literally, the time the NerdCave has been around, you have let them waste a decade developing
Yeah.
a game that they've already shuttered.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to say that came out, lasted for a couple years, and now they're just taking off.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying, hey, go kill Media Molecule next, but I feel like that's in the water. It's like, why give them the opportunity, give them the time when you won't give PixelOpus the opportunity to build up and to create
Yeah.
something? If you know that you are shifting away from that kind of game, that kind of vision, then you should shift your studios into where you're wanting to be. And it
Yeah.
might be that PixelOpus did not and would not line up with that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But it tells me that we're about to get a lot of live service games.
Yep.
And if you're looking for heart, you don't look at PlayStation. You might get the big games, but other than that, you're going to get live service crammed down your throat. And it's just sad. It's just sad. I want Sean Layden back. If Bob Iger can come back to PlayStation,
Yeah.
bring
You need to
Sean
stop-
Layden back. I mean,
yeah.
to Disney.
Disney. Yeah.
Bring Sean Layden back. And
Bring
some people,
Shuhei back.
Sean and Shuhei. Like,
Yeah.
Shuhei's still there, but he's,
I mean, yeah, but he's no longer the face.
yeah, I love Shuhei Yoshida. He's, you know what I always say, Derek, about Shuhei Yoshida?
He's full of grace.
Full of grace. Full of grace. Amy says, a new era of poo. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, you want to buy PSVR 2? Oh, you don't want to? Well, guess what? We're going to kill PixelOpus. How you feel
Right.
about that? And it's like, hey, now, we didn't say
How
anything about that.
How does this even out? This is not the law of equivalent exchange. But going on to Media Molecule, like, yes, they are the case study, and I'm sure Sony looked at this going on, especially now that the fact that the game didn't even last, like, okay, full release, not even barely last 3 years before they even had to shutter it. I know they did the creation tools out like a year or two earlier than that, but no, they probably looked at that as a case study, being like, all right, we gave you your time, we honored our word, but now from here going forward, we ain't allowing this anymore from any of y'all. Like, unless you are Gorilla, Santa Monica, Sucker Punch, Insomniac, that has been putting out bangers for us recently, you do not have a very long leash. And if you can't comply with that, we're going to make an example out of you. And again, and I'm sure now, we obviously, making games is hard, especially meeting with the demands of especially whatever you were working on, because I don't know how soon of a pivot Sony did to this live service game. I know it's been for almost about a year-ish that we've been talking about that. But did they tell them internally, or did they just do this on a dime, like within the last year? So whatever they were working on, if it didn't fit in there, they had to try and pivot to it quick. And then they probably went to Sony. I'm not saying this is fact, by the way, this is just me speculating.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, hey, it's going to take X amount of years now for us to pivot to what you want us to do. And they're like, yeah, we can't allow that anymore. You put out a game 4 years ago. We need you to put something out soonish. And if you can't do that, we'll see you later.
Yeah. Just looking at Metacritic real quick.
Yeah.
Concrete Genie got a 75. I don't know what that's about. 8.1 user score. Dreams 89.
Wow.
And
that's more probably for its creation tools than anything.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate Media Molecule. I don't hate Dreams. I don't hate all this.
Yeah.
What I hate,
but it's like, how can you let one off the leash but not the other?
Yeah, and I know Media Molecule is like a much bigger studio.
Oh yeah.
But why you got to mess with the things that I love?
I know.
Why you got to mess with the things I love?
They gonna keep poking the bear, and the bear's gonna claw back.
Yeah, I know. It's like one thing I will say about Phil Spencer. Everything did not play out with Redfall. We already talked about that last week. You can go check out that episode or the breakout part of that episode. I was talking about Redfall. But he even said in his interview with Kind of Funny Xcast that he's not going to force his developers to make games that they don't want to make.
Yep.
And it's like, that's great. Because if you do that, you're going to get an EA, you're going to get a Blizzard and Activision.
A Ubisoft.
A Ubisoft. And it's, Ubisoft, I think, is the worst right now with.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, we need y'all to pick up slack.
Make us, everyone do Assassin's Creed.
So,
but sir, and then like Beyond Good and Evil is sitting over there. But what about us? Who are you again?
Yeah. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too dang bad. That's how it definitely feels. I hate this for them. Hopefully, like I said, we don't know if they are letting these people go or if they're folding them into another studio. They did that recently to PlayStation Japan.
Yep.
They
just kind of folded them into a Sobo.
So I'm hoping, like, for the best that all these people get to keep their jobs. Like, it's never fun trying to find a job. You know, but hopefully that's how Sony will handle it. Let's move on, Derek. We've got an interesting rumor. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
But Sony, the claim says Sony lands some form of exclusivity deal for Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, and Castlevania.
Potentially. While we already know that Silent Hill 2 Remake is coming to PS5 and PC with no mention of Xbox formats, the Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake remains unannounced, as does a new Castlevania. However, both Corden and Nick Baker claim that there will be some type of exclusivity attached to the game. The Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake has been rumored for a while now and is reportedly in development at Virtuous Studios. Prior to E3's cancellation, it was reported that Konami would announce the project alongside a new Castlevania game. Furthermore, Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake is allegedly set to launch in 2024, although again, nothing official has been announced. This would track because again, like we already know, Silent Hill 2 Remake is officially a thing. It is a timed exclusive to the PlayStation 5. Metal Gear has been rumored. We've been talking about it now for I feel like since the show started back.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing NerdCave news. It's been rumored to be a Sony exclusive for a while now. And Castlevania, I think that would just be while it would be the right time to bring Castlevania back because, ever since that atrocity that was Lords of Shadows that got the pale imitation of God of War, came out in 2012, 2013. It's been a long enough time to gestate and figure out what they want to do with Castlevania. Now, the exclusivity thing would be the thing because while Silent Hill is a thing, you can imagine Metal Gear because of the relationship with Kojima and Konami in the past. It would make sense, but Castlevania would be the wild card. I feel like if they did that, this would be a testing grounds to where they might do what Bethesda did with PlayStation before Xbox acquired them, right? Set up these deals. And now granted it'd be the opposite because, Xbox came and undercut them and be like, hey, we'll let you put Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo out there exclusive for a time being, but then the rest of them is coming to us, or by a case-by-case basis. But I feel like this would be a testing ground for Konami to where people still want that IP, if done right. If they bring these IP back and they do gangbusters, PlayStation's like, one or two things can happen because we've heard both of them, right? They'll either buy Konami or just buy. We've heard heavily over the last year that they just might buy the rights to those three franchises from Konami.
Yeah, I think the better route is just buying the IPs instead of buying Konami itself, because with Konami is the pachinko machine kind of side of things, and that's their huge part of their company and everything. And I'm glad that Konami, like, again, they've had horrible choices in the past on how they've handled certain situations and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, it's like, okay, they're clearly trying to get their portfolio back to where it should be.
Yeah.
With Metal Gear, we're getting the remake and everything.
Yeah.
Silent Hill, we've already seen. Castlevania, like, it looks like they're doing kind of like the Disney Marvel kind of esque thing where they're shopping these out. So I wonder, because we haven't heard from a Sony studio in a while, Derek, since Demon
Blue
Souls.
Point.
Yeah. We hadn't heard from them in a while. What if we're getting a Castlevania? Because they said they're working not necessarily on a new IP, but they're working on a different IP.
Yeah, the quote was a beloved franchise.
And what's more beloved than Castlevania?
Yeah, at least the old school 2D side scroller.
Unless we're getting like Bloodborne 2 or something like that.
Right.
But I think Castlevania would be right up their alley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you know, yeah, they would be right up their alley because they like that spooky, macabre type games, you know, like Shadow of the Colossus, you know, Demon Souls, all that kind of jazz. So I would love to see them do it and do it right. So yeah, and because we got to know what Blue Point's doing. It's been about 3 years now. What you doing? Get off the pot.
Now, Derek, you know me. I like to make a gentleman's wager.
We've already done one this year. We do not do more than one a year, sir. Do not get greedy.
I'm not greedy. We'll make one next year then.
Okay.
I'll say it.
By then it'll already happen.
Nah, it won't. These games got to come out first. Guys, let's jump into the PlayStation Quickies.
So first up, a PlayStation showcase is reportedly scheduled for the end of May. We've been since about March, we've been hearing rumors about a PlayStation showcase. So it's getting about that time for them to make an announcement or shut up about it. BD1 comes to PlayStation Stars in celebration of Star Wars Day. Guerrilla Games will deliver developer Brighton Keynote. Or will develop Brighton Keynote. PS Plus Extra and Premium games for May are headlined by Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Watch Dogs Legion, Dishonored 2, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, and Humanity. Rumor points to PlayStation IP being adapted into new anime series. Let's go, baby. God of War anime? Give it to me. An unannounced Project 2023 has been listed by a Sony VFX artist on LinkedIn. Goodbye Volcano High release date has been pushed again and will now be launching on August 29th. Bungie raises the price of Destiny 2 season passes going forward from Season 21 Season of the Deep. Bungie job listing suggests that its new IP could drop the Tiger engine for Unreal Engine 5. Horizon Forbidden West sales have reached 8.4 million, while the Horizon series overall has sold 32 million units. HBO's The Last of Us averages nearly 32 million viewers per episode in the US. Following that, The Last of Us video game has been inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Let's go. And lastly, Insomniac is working hard to, quote, make sure Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the best game we've ever made until Wolverine. But yeah, there it is.
May 25th is what the rumor from Jeff Grubb is.
That's what I've heard.
May 25th, guys. If it's wrong, then we cut Jeff's hair.
Exactly. Or break his glasses, one of the two.
He doesn't wear glasses.
He does. Oh, I thought he did. Anyway.
No, he doesn't wear glasses. Not that I've seen. I watch the show like almost daily.
Fair.
So, Jeff, do you wear glasses? It's interesting that Destiny 2 season pass is going up. I feel like Sony is like, all right, y'all got to start making some money.
Yeah, I'll say you've been riding that freemium or that free to play model a little too long for our taste. We need to make some ROI back on that investment.
Yeah, and it's like they bought a studio that it's like their game has already been out for a while.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but interesting, very interesting, guys. The
No,
quick hits. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they probably looked at him as like, oh, you need more funding for Destiny 3? Raise it yourself.
Jim Ryan just like stabbed somebody. It's like, I just killed PixelOpus. I'll kill you next. It's like, like he literally just stabbed someone at PixelOpus, and then
Yeah.
he's like, I'm looking at you, Bungie. It's
Right.
like, they're like, what about Media Molecule? And like Media Molecule's already like ran out the building.
I'll get them eventually.
You can run, but you can't hide. The quick hits are brought to you by our wonderful patrons. You can become part of the ship, part of the exclusive crew by going over to patreon.com/nerdcave, where you could still, guys, the clock is running.
Yes.
The clock is running because we are about to put out our long overdue. It's been on Patreon for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Our long overdue review of God of War.
Ooh, finally.
Finally, it's going to be coming public. So if you want to get that before anybody else says, but like, it's good. Like, I think it's some of our best conversation that we've ever had, Derek, because it was a culmination of like a game we've waited for years. For. We made a bet
since 2018.
All these good things. We're all the way to get Five Guys. Guys, you need to go check it out. And you can also check out Nerd versus Nerd, the edited version of it. You don't have to sit through 3 hours. You can get all the highlights. You can get Derek barking. My God, how many times did you bark? You barked so many times.
Oh, after well, first to start off Madden, every time I got a touchdown, but then after that, I just waited till after every time I won a game.
Yeah, but you know, the secret is Derek doesn't really have that dog in him. You know what I mean?
The crown says otherwise, sir.
I see no crown. I kneel for no man.
Guys, if you want to get me an actual crown, you can go over to patreon.com and support us.
But guys, you can support us there. You can help keep funding awesome shows like the NerdCave News, our other streams, and all the cool content that we are working on currently. So go over there, patreon.com/nerdcave. And thank you to all of our wonderful patrons that continue to support us each and every month. We thank you so much. You let Derek buy hogs to milk and horses to slaughter with that money.
Yeah.
You're saying, my God, why is he doing those things? It's because he ain't got that dog in him. He's broken.
Woof. Like, bro.
He's a husk of a man.
That's not entirely far from the truth.
Oh, now, Derek, let's get into the Patreon quick hits.
So starting off, Lego 2K Drive will to add 4 seasons of content via Drive Pass. Carl Urban reportedly will fill the aviators of Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat 2 film. New Hogwarts Legacy update adds arachnophobia mode. Following that, Hogwarts Legacy sales have surpassed 15 million units globally. Following that, Hogwarts Legacy data miners discover cut content revealing a morality/reputation system, which is something that Zach touched on before the game release, if memory serves. And be like, well, that because it shocked you that there wasn't that kind of system in the game. Well, now we know it was, but it didn't make the final cut. Rumor, unannounced Star Wars RTS in the works at big name developer. The Lord of the Rings Gollum will last around 20 hours on a, quote, relaxed playthrough. PlayOn has announced it will restructure and merge Deep Silver, Prime Matter, and Ravenscourt. Little Nightmares 3 reportedly in development at Bandai Namco. The King of Fighters 15 Sylvie Paula Paula DLC arrives on May 16th. Payday 3 gameplay premieres this summer. Summer Game Fest, probably. Metroid Prime Remastered sells 1 million units. Pokemon and Splatoon 3 also hit major milestones. Following that, though, Switch surpasses 125 million units sold, but overall sales are down. Street Fighter 6 open beta dates announced from May 19th through the 21st, so that's next weekend. excuse me, Sonic Frontiers is officially the fastest selling 3D Sonic game as sales hit 3.5 million. EA presents timeline of upcoming, quote, announced titles up until Q3 of fiscal year 2024. However, Dragon Age Dreadwolf has been noticeably absent. EA is indifferent on Microsoft's planned Activision deal and is open to possible mergers in the future, aka if we want Microsoft to buy us, we don't need to badmouth them. Wink, wink. EA says Battlefield will be a, quote, meaningful part of the publisher's future. Immortals of Avium has more than just magic FPS gameplay. The team spent a lot of time on puzzles also. Assassin's Creed Mirage release date murmurs now suggest it has been delayed internally to October of this year. Ubisoft hit by more layoffs in customer service and elsewhere. Call of Duty 2023 will reportedly be revealed in early August. That is super late to reveal a game, especially if it launches October, November. But with all the stuff going on right now, it's probably the best they can do. Atari announces speed-based platformer Mr. Run and Jump. Hollow Knight Silksong delayed again. Fall Guys Creative Mode is out now. In a weird flex, Activision hires Queen Elizabeth II's former lawyer to lead CMA appeal. New report points to the EU approving Microsoft's Activision purchase, with the decision to be announced next week. New Mortal Kombat trailer teases a reveal is coming soon and a potential hint towards a coming reboot. Diablo 4 post-launch seasons require campaign completion, with season 1 set to begin in mid-July. Zach, you might want to go back and test this out. A Plague Tale Requiem on consoles is finally getting a 60 FPS performance mode. And lastly, Bravely Default 3DS games are shutting down their online features on June 30th.
I'm not huge on 60 frames per second.
I am and I'm not. It depends on the game. If a game's like, if it's like an indie game or like, a little artsy, craftsy game, that doesn't matter to me. On Jedi Survivor, baby, that runs like butter smooth.
See, for me, okay, I'm not counting frames.
Yeah.
Most of the time I can't even tell. And I literally, like, my whole job is like making sure we're on the right frame rate.
Right. I was about to say, you don't care about frames because we drop them so much on the show.
Hey, here we do, because the computer's dying. She's like, why do you keep doing this to me? But like, I know when something's in 24, I know when something's in 30, and I know when something's in 60, 120, whatever. I can see that, like, human-wise and everything. Games, it's like, it might get a little bit smoother, but like, I played Requiem.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. Played great.
Yeah.
Played great. You know what I mean? I'm playing on performance mode on Survivor right now.
Yeah.
Plays great. You're on performance, right?
Yeah. The frame rate, that's me.
Yeah. You're the frame rate?
Yeah.
You're the frame rate?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. You're the frame rate. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It is strange that they've hired Queen Elizabeth II. May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
The Queen Mom. Now the old queen, because now we got a new queen.
Yeah. Yep.
Camilla DeVille.
Camilla DeVille.
But yeah, I wonder if it's like clout. It's like, hey, we got the Queen's lawyer,
right?
You know what I mean?
It's like, hey, CMA, you want it? All right, we'll get some of your own people to turn against you.
Yeah. The Americans are coming. The Americans are coming. Yeah.
One if by land, two if by sea.
Yeah. It is a weird flex. It is.
It is.
Now, Derek, we got one last thing. Just like any press conference that was amazing, we got one last thing, and that is a little segment Derek likes to call
the coolest thing I saw this week.
So, Derek, what is the coolest thing you saw this week?
So I figured, I was looking through because I was looking for ideas, and then this little nugget surfaced, and it's a testament because I've played a little bit of Don't Nod stuff,
Mhm.
and I know you're a big proponent of Don't Nod,
Yep.
with the Life is Strange series. So I
Yep.
saw this, and they're working on a new game. It's called Harmony: The Fall of Reverie. They gave a release date and a gameplay trailer, and has a little bit of an overview. So let's check this out.
Already like
In
it.
our newest narrative adventure, the fate of humanity
It's
is
like Lo-Fi
yours to
Girl.
decide.
Right.
You play as Polly, a young woman returning home to look for her missing mother.
Oh.
She soon discovers she has the gift of clairvoyance that connects her to a vibrant new world,
They
Reverie,
like their
where she
superpowers.
becomes Harmony.
Yeah, right.
With the help of 6 ancient beings known as aspirations, she will decide the destiny of her community. You will need to
This
make
looks cool.
critical choices
Yeah.
that might affect the balance
Oh, this
between
looks really
both
cool.
worlds.
Yeah.
Using the augural, a representation of Polly's decisions and outcomes throughout time.
It's not every day you wake up in a new dimension.
I wonder how many chances they'll give you. It's like, hey, you can make this choice, but we'll give you one do-over.
I'm Polly.
Yeah,
You're Harmony for us over here.
because she's
Here,
not going to be like
you'll get
Max,
to
where she can
move from
rewind.
scene to scene,
Right.
see into the future, and open new paths.
I'm wondering if it is point and click.
While some nodes
Damn.
might be hidden, evolving in the narrative will enable you to partially reveal what the future brings. You won't be alone in your quest, as Polly makes allies both in her world and in Reverie. Aspirations thrive on the crystals that Polly collects from making decisions. Use them wisely to climb step by step towards the
I'm
future.
sure that'll be
you
some form of
want.
morality system.
One
Yeah, it looks like each
aspiration will
person
ultimately
has, like, their own
become
kind
the
of
new
crystal.
heart of humanity.
Yeah.
Which one will you favor? Polly holds the fate of both worlds in her hands. Will you plan for the future, or will you follow your
June
instincts?
8th, man.
For the Switch and PC, but then June 22nd for other consoles.
Okay, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it does. And again, Don't Nod is very good at like their storytelling and like giving the choices. They're all about the choice. Like they pretty much do Telltale better than Telltale.
Oh yeah,
at this
100%.
point. I do. Like I said, I wonder with her power of clairvoyance, because I'm already going to go ahead and say this. It already looks like a better version of Forspoken than Forspoken itself. Anyway, I'll leave that be. I feel like with with her ability of clairvoyance, you get to see both outcomes only to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And then once you pick it, you can't go back. But I
Mhm.
also think, the relationship with the other aspirations, like with all the crystals they collect, I feel like that'll affect the world. Like, all right, if you collect more of these two aspiration crystals, then this will affect the world, or this is how it'll change the world in Reverie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's like whoever you ally more to, but it's
Mhm.
like you have to have the crystals. It's essentially like spending points or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you have to have whatever aligns with whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
The style is very point and clicky, and anime. Like it feels
Yeah.
very anime, like and everything. So like, I'm down, to see like what's actually going to happen. Like this right here, super anime. Like that right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just like, anime shenanigans about to happen.
Isekai World activate.
So, yeah, I'm glad you picked this. This is the coolest thing that I've seen this week.
Yeah,
Derek,
for sure.
Good job. Good job. Pat on the
Thank
back, everybody. Pat on the back for old Derek, the sharp dressed man. Guys, we hope that you enjoyed this week. I know I definitely enjoyed it. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe with all the video games that are releasing, all the potential stuffs. Oh my gosh. Cannot wait for it. But guys, this has been Zach
And Agent Quinn Eldred.
Y'all have a blessed week. Bye. Boom, guys. There we go. Show is in the bag.
Yep.
Guys. GG's, y'all.
Mhm.
Almost played copyrighted music. That would have been bad. That would have been real bad. I almost played some My Hero Academia music for God of War. That would have been bad. That would have been real bad.
Bear McCreary comes through the screen. Why are you playing my music?
One of these days,
He just comes at you with a bard.
Yeah, he's got the hurdy-gurdy. He's like, like chasing after me. He's like crab walking. Thank you, love. Great show, guys. Thank you. Yeah, guys, just want to invite everybody. We are having our 12-hour live stream this Saturday, guys, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be doing lots of cool things. First thing that you need to know, 1 p.m., guys, we are doing the NerdCave quiz with all of you. Amy's put together an amazing NerdCave quiz. We're going to be crowning the 2023 quarter 2, because we didn't do it in quarter 1. Quarter 2 NerdCave quiz champion. It's going to be great, guys. So come be a part of that. Then we're going to be playing some Halo, followed up with some Uno, some Animal Crossing. We got some Jedi Survivor in there. We got some Among Us. We got a top secret video y'all don't know anything about. Y'all don't know anything
So what are we doing this for, Zach? Or what are you doing this for? Like you said, a 12-hour live stream. Is there something momentous happening?
Yes, it is the 10th year anniversary of the Nerd Cave.
Whoop whoop.
Literally, like you've said it. I've heard you say it. A decade.
Yeah.
A third of our lives.
Yeah.
So far. Because, it's only going to keep getting bigger. Like, it's literally been, you know what I mean? Gosh. Yes.
Imagine in another, well, no, dang, it won't work. The math won't work, because I was going to say, when we hit 40, it'd be half of our lives, but no, that's only 10 years for us.
Yeah, exactly, Derek. What are you talking about? It'd still be a third of our lives.
Right.
It's constantly, forever going to be a third of our lives, unless we stop, which we won't stop. We can't stop, we won't stop, just like the poet Miley Cyrus once said.
Oh, Lord.
Well, there you go, guys. Come hang out with us on Saturday. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait for it. I hope you are ready for it. Plan your day with us. The schedule is in our community tab here on the YouTubes. It's going out on socials every day. So, yeah. Don't stop, never stopping. Exactly, Dan. Yep. It's going to be great, guys. I cannot wait for it. And make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Derek, do you want to say anything? We'll give them 5 extra minutes. How about that? We'll give the big, beautiful kids 5 minutes.
Of what? Just whatever?
Whatever, Derek. You get to choose. You pick the topic.
So I don't know if I know you've been hit or miss with some of like the Disney Plus things lately, especially Star Wars. But I don't know if you've watched it yet, but I watched a little thing over the weekend called Star Wars Visions Volume 2. That dropped on Star Wars Day. And I have to say, while I do like, because, first season, they just did Japanese studios to do the anime aesthetic. This time, they still went with the animation style, but they went with studios around the world, like in Vietnam, India, around the globe.
Yeah.
And while I appreciate the art style, I liked the stories, it didn't hit home for me like it did in the first one. Now, maybe it's biased because I like anime more, that kind of thing. But whereas the Volume 1, like, only, like, with the exception of a few, the stories hit for me and the episodes hit with me. This is the opposite with Volume 2, where a few of them hit with me, like, was it The Dark Head or Tales of the Dark Head or Head to the Dark Head or something like toward Journey to the Dark Head, that type of thing. There was one that was really cool. Like there was one and a few other ones that were cool, but majority of them did not resonate with me like Volume 1 did. So
I'm,
I don't know. You haven't watched it yet, have you?
I have not watched it. I didn't even get through the first one. I'm gonna just be honest. Yep.
Bro,
kinda boring.
you need to rectify
boring.
that one.
It was boring. I fell asleep during the first
Well,
one.
now that you're more of a connoisseur of anime, you should give it a shot.
Journey to the Dark Head is the one you're
Yeah, that's
looking
what. Yeah,
for.
Journey to the Dark Head. That one was pretty good.
Studio Mirror is the one that produced it. Director was Hyung Gwyn Park. Yeah. There you go. There's the info. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I need to check the first one out. Like the thing that I've enjoyed the most, like I really enjoyed, was Tales of the Jedi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was really good.
Because I forgot that was a thing, and they just kind of like a few weeks or like a month before it dropped, they're like, "Hey, this is when it's hitting," and it's like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah,
So-
Tales of the Jedi was really good, especially the Dooku stuff. Like the Ahsoka stuff is like,
Yes.
okay, we've gotten a lot of this already.
Yeah.
But yeah, like definitely, I know what they were trying to do, explain
Yeah.
why she survived and everything. But you know,
Right.
you know, guys, let us know what
Well,
your.
it's also because Dave Filoni, that's his girl. So
Oh yeah, 100%. Which Disney's cutting out a bunch of content on Disney Plus, and they're gonna try to charge more. So there you go.
yeah. More for less, the corporate America way.
Yep.
I mean, less for more. Excuse me.
Yep, and it'll break down and as soon as you get out of the parking lot.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we're about to wrap this bad boy up. Joe says my friends are graduating and then I'm closing, so I'll try to join when I can on Saturday. Whatever works, man. Just trying to hang out with us. You know, you could put us on just play it.
Yeah.
You know what? Just let it run. You know what I mean? Give us a lurk. There's not the language of Twitch is not this, like it's what it is, but it's not the same on YouTube. Like there's no name for that here.
Yeah.
Give us a lurk. That's what we're calling it, guys. Give us a lurk. Guys, we are almost at 1,000. We're almost at 1,000. Did you know this, Derek?
Yeah. I'm about to say, I know you've been doing like a little somewhat countdown to it. It's like, hey, we're at this many. It's like, oh man, we getting there.
980. 980, y'all. 20 more, and we're there. 20 more, and we finally break 1,000. And we're at 905 watch hours.
Wow.
So, almost at 1,000. Guys, we hope you enjoyed it. We hope to see you all Saturday. Me and Derek are going to go punch injustice in the face because have no fear. I am here.
I am here.
We hope y'all have a great weekend, guys. We'll see y'all later. Bye.